Hey guys, Ryan here. Welcome to your Tuesday Thought. Now, you may have noticed that this week you get 2 extra days off of school because there's a bank holiday. That's because, of course, it is the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Can you believe that she's been on the throne for 70 years? Some people, sad as it might be, don't even live that long. She's been on the throne for that long. That's crazy, isn't it? Well, I want to talk to you about the King of Kings today, the ruler of all rulers, Jesus. So the Queen is, of course, in charge of all of us. Technically, she doesn't really have much of an impact on my day-to-day life, other than that she's on all of the money which I ever hold. But technically, she's in charge of everyone, isn't she? She's in charge of the government. She's in charge of all of the people in her land. And, of course, every swan belongs to her as well. You can't eat swans. Well, in the Bible, it tells us that Jesus and God, they are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. That also includes being like the King of all queens as well. So I just want to read you a tiny bit of the last book of the Bible called Revelation. In Revelation chapter 1, John, who writes it, he sees a vision of Jesus, and he sees what Jesus looks like after he's finished all of his work, after he's died and resurrected and gone back to heaven. He sees him as he is, as King of the universe. And it says, Revelation 1, verses 12 to 18, approximately, I'm going to read a bit to them. It says that he turned around to see the voice that was speaking to him, and he saw someone stood between 7 golden lampstands. See, there are so many things around Jesus that he owns and that he's in control of. Among the lampstands was someone like a son of man, dressed in a royal robe, reaching down to his feet, and with a golden sash around his chest. That means that Jesus' work is finished. Like the Queen, when she wears all in her coronation, she had a crown, she had all her royal robes on. She wears that for fancy occasions. When she's finished all of the admin work, finished all of that, she's in her royal work to be a queen. Jesus is in his royal robes to be a king. The hair on his head was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like blazing fire. He is pure, and he is holy, and he sees everything. His feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of rushing waters. In his right hand he held 7 stars. Imagine that, holding 7 stars in your hand. Stars are sometimes called jewels, aren't they? Rich people, kings and queens, have lots of jewels in their helmets and in their crowns, or might have some jewels in their hand. Jesus holds stars in his hand. And coming out of his mouth was a sharp, double-edged sword. His face was like the sun shining in all its brilliance. When the Queen says to do something, you've got to do it because she's the Queen. When Jesus says something, you've also got to do it. It said, coming out of his mouth was a sharp, double-edged sword. That means that Jesus' words are real. It says elsewhere in the Bible that Jesus' words cut you like to bone and marrow. They go right through. They go right to your heart. So what Jesus says really matters and really, really counts. And Jesus says, when John sees this, it's pretty scary. Jesus says to John, "Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever." Because, of course, the Queen one day won't rule us anymore. Then we might have Prince Charles, who will become King Charles. But Jesus says, no, I am the King of the universe forever and ever. So, happy Jubilee weekend. Hope that was all exciting.